Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Śrī Caitanya-manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितम हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जयतां सुरतौर्पंगो मम मंद मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजौ राधा मदन मोहन दिव्याद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमदौ श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा शीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालिभिसेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमन् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपी गोपीनाथस्त्रियस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गे श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमावतिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय श्रीमन् चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते नित्यानंदमहं नौमि सर्वानंदकरं परम हरिनाम प्रदम देवम अवधूत शिरोमणि श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय श्री नित्यानंद राम की जय हरे कृष्णा थैंक यू dear devotees for helping me absorb in the pages of the Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta by being assembled here. The last 2 days we couldn't have it because of various reasons, but nonetheless we are back to continue on our discussions on the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on the magnum opus that Gauranga Mahaprabhu's most dear associate, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, has given this world. चैतन्य चंद्रेर लीला अघाड़ गंभीर प्रवेश करिते नारे स्पर्श रहितीर. Kaviraj Goswami himself, he says that this Chaitanya Charitamrita that is there, Chaitanya Chandrera Leela Aghada Gambhir, it is very deep and it is very grave, Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Because the personality in Jagannath Puri was very difficult to perceive and difficult to understand. Pravesha Karite Nare Sparsha Rahitir. He's saying this ocean is such, I am not, I am not even entering this ocean. Sparsha Rahitir. I am just touching the ocean shore. Kaviraj Goswami saying this ocean of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes, I'm not entering because I can't even enter, he is saying. I'm just touching the shore, just taking some sand particles and presenting it in front of those who want to know about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what we are studying here is nothing but the sand particles. It's not even the ocean. Hmm. We find so many other uh, authorized works are also there of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal, Murari Gupta's Kadcha. Karcha means a diary. So Murari Gupta was the first personality who ever thought of recording Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life in the form of writing it down. Chaitanya Charit Mahakavya, Chaitanya Chandroday Natak, and so many books, Chaitanya Mangal, so many books about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, if someone is interested, then there is no end to how much that person can read these books and how much nectar can be grasped. There are so many things that are not presented in the classes by speakers. But if someone can take out the time to study these books, purchase these books, and study these books. Hmm? The money that we acquire from our profession, that money should be utilized to full perfection by purchasing these books. Hmm? Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj would say that perfection, love of God, it can be achieved in 50 paise. Of course, nowadays in India, you don't get 50 paise. But back in those days, I remember when at least I was also small, we had 50 paise. Um, so Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj would say, one can achieve love of God at perfection, prema bhakti, in 50 paise. How? By purchasing Prem Bhakti Chandrika hmm, of Narottam Das Thakur. Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika, two books. Both are written by Narottam Das Thakur. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj would say, if someone purchases these two books, Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika, then in 50 paise they will get love of God. Because each book during that time was only 25 paise. So you can imagine nowadays, even the 50 paise coin doesn't exist practically. But the point fundamentally is love of Godhead can be achieved by studying the books of the predecessor acharyas, which also means the money that we have should be utilized in purchasing these books rather than using that money for all types of other sense gratification. It should be used for purchasing books written by Srila Prabhupada and written by our previous acharyas, because that's the only way we can understand Krishna. And that's the only way our money can be purified. Otherwise, if that money is used for personal sense gratification, then we are again entangling ourselves in karmic reaction. But that money can be purified to some extent by purchasing these books. And primarily, the book that we are focused on at this point is the Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Here also in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we find that Mahaprabhu, from the time he accepted sannyas, he ends up meeting different sadhus and ends up going to different places. And the first place that Mahaprabhu was very keen on going was the land of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so enamored by the land of Vrindavan Dham that just right after sannyas he wanted to go, but Nityananda Prabhu somehow tricked him and took him to Shantipur. Hmm. So yesterday I was hearing His Holiness Keshav Maharaj in one class was he made a very nice point. He said, of course, someone else had told him. So Keshav Maharaj was narrating that one time he was leaving Vrindavan Dham and he met one Brajvasi sadhu. So he said, I'm leaving Vrindavan Dham, I need your blessings. That Brajvasi sadhu said, where are you going? So he said, I'm going to London to preach. Keshav Maharaj said. And that sadhu said, London? You're already in Vrindavan Dham. Why are you leaving this to go to London or to any of these places? He said, no, our mission is to preach and so on and so forth. And that Brajavasi, he was a local Brajavasi, he said, in Vrindavan, even dreams are a reality. But outside of Vrindavan, even a reality is a dream. He told Keshav Maharaj, in Vrindavan, even dreams are reality. Because everything is Satya in Vrindavan. But outside Vrindavan, the highest reality can be an illusion, can be a dream. Hmm. So when Keshav Maharaj heard this, it's even personally when I heard it, I found it very interesting. So Keshav Maharaj was narrating it in one class that was an eye opener when that Brajavasi told me, and he said it free flowingly. In the land of Vrindavan, even dreams are reality. But outside the land of Vrindavan, even the biggest reality is a dream, which basically means pack your bags and go to the land of Vrindavan and never return. Mm. But nonetheless, we also take that mood and we also take the mood of Srila Prabhupada, who decided to leave the land of Sri Vrindavan Dham physically, not through consciousness, not mentally, but physically. Prabhupada left the land of Vrindavan at some point in order to give that brunch to everyone of this world. But we see, even in the life of Prabhupada, eventually he wrapped up his pastimes in the land of Sri Vrindavan. So that is the Vrindavan that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so eager to go to. But Sachi Mata asked him to be at Jagannath Puri so that there is proximity to Navadvip Dham and she can get updates as to what her son Nimai is doing. Prabhupada's mother was also like this, very, very attached to Prabhupada. Prabhupada has three sisters and then he is the only son. So naturally, he had a lot of affection from his parents. And primarily, he had more love that he received was from his father, Gaur Mohan De. But at the same time, mother also loved, but mother was strict. But the father was very, very lenient. So naturally, the child tends to go to the side where the parent is little lenient. When Prabhupada was small, he one time he accidentally he swallowed a watermelon seed. And when he swallowed the watermelon seed, he was there with his friends. They were playing outside, and Prabhupada swallowed the watermelon seed. He was very small. So when he swallowed the watermelon seed, the friend said, "Hey, Abhay, you just swallowed the watermelon seed. Now a watermelon fruit will grow inside your stomach. What will you do? Your stomach is only this much. Watermelon is so big. What will you do?" And our Kachori Nandu got so afraid, he ran to his mother. His mother's name was Rajini, and father's name was Gaur Mohande. So he ran to his mother and said, "I ate watermelon seed. Now watermelon will grow inside my stomach. Do something. I don't want a watermelon inside my stomach." His mother said, "Oh, there is one thing you can do. There is one thing you can do by which there will be no watermelon in your stomach." He said, "What? I'm ready to do anything." Her mother said, "Oh, if you chant prayers, I will teach you some prayers. If you chant prayers, then this watermelon inside will be destroyed. By the power of prayers, the watermelon inside will be destroyed and nothing else will happen." And Prabhupada writes, Prabhupada remembers, he says, that is how my mother instilled in me the importance of chanting prayers. That was the time when she put the seed of chanting prayers into my heart. And from there was no stopping. So Prabhupada very beautifully, he narrates small, small instances in his life as to how his parents, his mother at some point, his father at some point, uh, helped him inculcate the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the practice of Krishna consciousness. So he says the art of by hearting or memorizing verses started with this one watermelon seed pastime, and Prabhupada was about three and a half. So just like Prabhupada's mother was very, very affectionate towards Prabhupada, Sachimata, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mother, was equally very, very affectionate to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it was she who wanted who wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to live in Jagannath Puri. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now in Jagannath Puri. At some point, he went to the South India Yatra and he has now come back to Jagannath Puri. And here at this point, he meets his god brother, which means the disciple of Sri Ishwara Puri. He meets his god brother by the name Govinda. And Govinda tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that our Gurudev gave me the instruction that I need to serve you. So that is the point where we are at this point. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a little reluctant, but later he asked Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, "Well, if your Gurudev Ishwara Puri has given this instruction, then you must keep Govinda near you and you must employ him in some service." And that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, seeking advice and guidance from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, has now Govinda as his personal servant. So that's where we ended. Let us continue. The next day, Mukunda Tat informed Lord Chaitanya that Brahmananda Bharati has come to see him. The Lord quickly went to meet him, but saw him wearing a deer skin. So Brahmananda Bharati is another associate of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is the first time he's getting introduced. And we will see slowly more and more characters are going to get introduced. Just like in the movie, we find initially there may be a few characters, but as the movie unfolds, newer characters come. And the climax and the whole movie is just enriched. Similarly, in the movie called Caitanya-caritāmṛta, initially there are only few associates of Sachi Mata, Advaita Acharya, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, etc. But slowly Mukunda, Brahmananda Bharati, Paramananda Puri we saw, Kashishwar Mishra is going to come, and so many others, newer characters. are going to get introduced to enhance Mahaprabhu's earthly pastimes. So Brahmananda Bharati comes to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu is surprised because Brahmananda Bharati is here wearing a deer skin. Being unhappy, the Lord pretended not to see him and asked Mukunda, "Where is Brahmananda Bharati? My guru, where is Brahmananda Bharati?" Mahaprabhu saw him, but just the deer skin appearance did not appeal to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mukunda replied, "Here he is in your presence." The Lord replied, "No, you must be talking about someone else. Why should Brahmananda Bharati wear a deer skin?" So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is using sarcasm here. He is using satire. Even though the person is standing in front, Mahaprabhu, no, sometimes we see someone, and if we just want to pull their leg, we'll say, "कहाँ है? मुझे तो दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, आपको दिखाई दे रहा है?" नहीं, नहीं, मुझे तो नहीं दिखाई दे रहा. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing the same thing. Brahmananda Bharati, where? I can't see Brahmananda Bharati. If he was actually Brahmananda Bharati, why he will wear deer skin? So which means he is not Brahmananda Bharati. And what will Brahmananda Bharati do? Hmm. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very interesting. Hearing this, Brahmananda Bharati thought, "My deer skin is not approved by Lord Chaitanya. I put it on only for prestige. From today on, I shall not wear this." Lord Chaitanya then immediately sent for the robes of a sannyasi, and Brahmananda Bharati wore them. Then the Lord offered respects at his feet. So if he's a sannyasi, he should wear the cloth of a sannyasi. Hmm. When Kadamukkanana Swami Maharaj was the temple president of ISKCON Vrindavan back in the 90s, mid 90s. So at that time, our Sripad Prabhu was also there in the ashram. And Sripad Prabhu was a personality who was transcendentally centric. He would do activities which were a little difficult for people to perceive. So the point when Sripad Prabhu changed his attire and he started wearing like the Radharaman Goswamis this way and with the back exposed, the devotees, the brahmacharis of ISKCON Vrindavan had a doubt, and many devotees had a doubt. They went to Kadam Karna Swami Maharaj and said, "Go and ask him which ashram he belongs to, because he is not wearing saffron like a brahmachari. He is not wearing the dress like a grahastha. We don't find him with women, which means he is not a grahastha. Vanaprastha, no question, because he never entered grahastha, so not Vanaprastha. But he is not wearing dress like a sannyasi either. He's not having danda." So they told Kadam Karna Maharaj, "Go and ask Ayendra Prabhu which ashram he belongs to, because his clothing, his attire that he is wearing is very vague and very different." So Kadam Kana Swami Maharaj, he went to Sri Ayendra Prabhu and he asked Ayendra Prabhu, the devotees are asking. I am not asking, the devotees are asking. They just want to confirm and know which ashram you belong to, because it's not saffron like a brahmachari. You're not wearing the dress like a grahastha. Vanaprastha, definitely no. And you are not a sannyasi, because ISKCON never give you sannyas. So which ashram do you belong to? And Sripad Ayendra Prabhu immediately shot back by saying, "Go and tell them I am a Brahmastha Vanyasi." So he basically clubbed all the four ashrams together: Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. He said, "Go and tell them I am a Brahmastha Vanyasi." And Kadam Kana Maharaj said, "Well, okay." And he just left the room. He just left the room. And Ayendra Prabhu was very interesting to present analogies and arguments in this way. So here Brahmananda Bharati is a sannyasi, but is not wearing that attire, the clothing of a sannyasi. He is wearing that of a deer skin. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, "No, go and wear the dress of a sannyasi." Then the Lord offered respects at his feet. Brahmananda Bharati said, "You instruct the general populace by your behavior. I will not do anything against your wishes. Otherwise, I am afraid you will neglect me." So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering obeisance to Brahmananda Bharati. And Brahmananda Bharati doesn't say anything because he's afraid. He says, "My dear Lord, I will not object, because I fear if I object, you will leave me, you will neglect me. So, आपको जो ठीक लगे आप कीजिए. हम आपको कुछ भी नहीं बोलेंगे. Whatever you feel okay, you do. If offering obeisances is what you feel okay, please do it." One time, my worshipable spiritual master, Sri Srimad Srila Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj, He was in one of the Indian temples and he saw the temple president coming from the opposite side. So Srila Guru Maharaj offered obeisances to the temple president. And that temple president was not a sannyasi, he was like a grahastha. So he offered obeisances to the temple president. So temple president offered obeisances back. So Guru Maharaj said, "Na, na, na, aap mat kijiye." So he said, "No, you are sannyasi, you are offering obeisances, so I should also do." Srila Guru Maharaj said, "No, you are like the father. This whole temple is like home, and there are so many brahmacharis and grahasthas who are under your care, and you are like their annadata. You are maintaining them, you are protecting them. यानी आप पिताजी समान हो और हम इस मंदिर में रहते हैं, यानी हम आपके पुत्र जैसे हुए। और पुत्र का कर्तव्य यही है कि पिताजी को जब देखे तो दंडवत अर्पण करे, लेकिन पिताजी का कर्तव्य ये नहीं कि वो पुत्र को देखे दंडवत अर्पण करे। तो आप हम सबके इस मंदिर के पिताजी हो और हम आपके पुत्र है, तो आप कृपया करके फिर से दंडवत मत दीजिए, लेकिन ये आज्ञा दीजिए कि हम आपको दंडवत अर्पण करें." एंड गुरु महाराज ऑफर्ड फुल obeisances. So much humility. Ideally, a sannyasi, everyone offers respects to a sannyasi. But here, Srila Guru Maharaj was offering obeisances to a temple president. And it's not that he went around saying that, "Oh, I offered obeisances." Hmm. This would have happened probably back in the 90s. And eventually, through different devotees, it just came out, showing as to how someone can be of the highest order, that is sannyas, but still can give utmost respect to someone who is way junior in ashram and way junior even on the path of Krishna consciousness. And this is the point we see. That's the the yardstick or the parameter. The way we understand someone is advancing is the more the devotee advances, the more he gives respects to all the devotees, whoever they are, whether they are newcomers, whether they're seasoned devotees, whoever they are. The classic characteristic of someone who is advancing is he will respect. He will respect everyone. He will not criticize anyone. He will not pass comments or remarks about someone. He will respect. Samadarshina. He will look at every devotee equally and he will give them respects. So I just remembered this because here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering respects or he's offering dandavats to Brahmananda Bharati. And it's the same point. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi of the highest order. And there is no one superior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Bhagavan. So Brahmananda Bharati technically is junior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even though Brahmananda Bharati may be a sannyasi, he is still junior because Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. Mm. So learning from the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we find personalities in this world like Srila Guru Maharaj, who is in the highest order of sannyas, offering obeisances to a temple president who is a grahastha, which means junior in ashram and also junior in the path of Krishna consciousness. So, which means the essence is we offer our respects to every devotee, whoever they are. We speak sweetly to every devotee whom we come across. Brahmananda Bharati said, "Now I see two brahmanas at Jagannath Puri. One brahmana is Lord Jagannath, who is blackish and doesn't move. The second brahman is Hugh, who is fair complexioned and is moving from one place to another. Both of you are delivering the world." Brahmananda Bharati wanted to prove that Jagannath and Chaitanya are one and the same Supreme Lord, but that to fulfill his mission, Lord Chaitanya appeared to be moving, whereas Lord Jagannath appeared to be inert at one place. But Lord Chaitanya said, "Actually, due to your presence, there are two Brahmanas at Jagannath Puri. Both Brahmananda Bharati and Gaurahari are moving, whereas the blackish Lord Jagannath is sitting tight and immovable." So we find both devotees are offering respects to each other and both are praising each other. Mm. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here at Jagannath Puri, even though he is addressed as the same Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now offering the respects back to Brahmananda Bharati. When our Srila Prabhupada was small, he was about, not small, but he was a youth when he was about 23 and he had finished his um, bachelor's. He had given his final fourth year exam or third year exam. of bachelor's of BA. At that time, Srila Prabhupada, it is explained that he wanted to go to some dham. He had some vacation and he wanted to go to some dham. Nowadays, we find if youths, especially of 23, 24, if they have vacation, how many would want to go to dham? They would use that money to go to movie theaters. They would use that money to go to pubs, bars. They would use that money for all gambling, illicit activities, so on and so forth. I don't need to explain. There are youth present here in the call, and you know how the world works, how the money is going to be used. But Prabhupada, when he was 23, uh, he always had this desire of going to the dhams and seeing the dhams because he had only heard about them, but he had never been. So the first opportunity that he got, he wanted to go to Jagannath Puri and Vrindavan Dham. And he was thinking which place to go. कौन से जगह पहले जाए? Jagannath Puri जाए कि श्री वृंदावन धाम जाए? That was Prabhupada's dilemma. Which dham to go first? And Prabhupada explains, I decided to go to Jagannath Puri. Why? Because Prabhupada, from a small age, was very enamored by the Jagannath Rath Yatra festival. We have seen as to how, as Kachori Nandu, he would have his Jagannath Rath Yatra in the streets of Calcutta. Prabhupada, for 8 days, when he was small, in fact, it's a very beautiful story that when he was small as Abhay, he told his father that he also wants a Jagannath Rath, like that of Puri. So his father said, okay. And they went to the nearby shop. And when they went to the nearby shop, the price that the shop owner said for the cart was pretty expensive. And Gaur Mohan, they told Abhay, I don't have so much money. So I cannot buy you that cart. My income is not so much because Gaur Mohan was a cloth merchant. So he said, इतने पैसे हमारे पास नहीं है. So I'm sorry, I cannot buy you this cart. And Prabhupada started crying and started hitting his feet on the ground. Just like for the toy gun we explained in the previous class, like that Prabhupada started hitting his floor to the ground. But here the desire was purified because he wanted Jagannath Rath. Long story short, when Abhay was walking back to his home with his father Gaur Mohande and he was crying this way. And one point, one lady saw Abhay and she said, Abhay, what happened? Why are you crying? And Gaur Mohande said, oh, we went to the shop owner and Abhay wants Jagannath Rath, the cart, and that's pretty expensive. So he didn't get it. That's why he's crying. And this lady who was a stranger whom they had never met, she said, oh, I have one cart in my backyard and we are not using it. So you see if that is okay. And if it is, you can take it. It's all yours. So they went to check. And that's where Abhay or Kachori Nandu found his first Jagannath Rath Yatra cart in the backyard of a stranger lady whom he had never met. And somehow the size of the cart and the condition of the cart was everything perfect. So they immediately, and she just gave it for free. She didn't charge anything, she just gave it for free. So Abhay got that cart home and nicely decorated. And it is explained for 8 days, just like in Jagannath Puri, they celebrate the whole Jagannath Rath Yatra festival for a long period of time. Similarly, our Abhay, our Moti, Kachori Nandu, Nandu Lal celebrated Rath Yatra for 8 days continuously. And he would go around in the streets of Calcutta saying, this is my this is my Rath Yatra. And his mother Rajni would also for 8 days she would prepare different types of feast. So the mother also was partaking. She didn't say, "अरे नहीं नहीं ये तो रथ यात्रा नहीं ये बच्चे का कुछ तो खेल है." The mother also as a parent was helping the child. And for 8 days she would prepare different feast and Prabhupada would offer that to Jagannath. So from a small age he was very attracted to Jagannath Puri. So at the age of 22, 23, after finishing his exam, when he had this opportunity, he decided first to go to Jagannath Puri to see that Lord who had conquered his heart from childhood. Prabhupada writes that time a ticket to Jagannath Puri was only 4 rupees. That's it. Nowadays, in 4 rupees, we don't get anything. Huh? No, in India you have Lace packet Cheetos and all those things. That also you'll not get in 4 5 rupees. And Prabhupada went from Calcutta all the way to Jagannath Puri in about 4 rupees. And Prabhupada remembers all this. Prabhupada had impeccable memory, impeccable memory. And if we just pause and we think, these things Prabhupada narrated to his disciples when he was about 70 plus. So Prabhupada is narrating things that happened about 70 years in the past. And small, small details he remembers. How much was the fare? Which place he decided to go first? Because how will the disciples otherwise get to know? Prabhupada has narrated this when he was 72, 73, 74 years old to his disciples in the West. And that's how they have written it down about Srila Prabhupada. So in about 4 rupees, Prabhupada buys the ticket to go from Calcutta to Jagannath Puri. And at the age of about 22, 23, he decides to go to the land of Sri Jagannath Puri. So here, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now spending time in that same Jagannath Puri with Brahmananda Bharati. Brahmananda Bharati asked Sarvabhauma, please become the mediator in this logical argument. Shastras describe that the jiva is localized, whereas the supreme Brahman is all pervading. Lord Chaitanya purified me by taking away my deer skin. This this is proof that he is all pervasive and that I am subordinate to him. All the symptoms all the symptoms mentioned in the Vishnu Sahasranam are visible in his body. Hmm. Sarvabhauma confirmed. In fact, even in the Vishnu Sahasranam, we find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's uh, references there. Suvarna Varna Hemanga. There's one phrase that comes in one of the verses. Suvarna Varna Hemanga. Hema Anga. Hema means gold and Anga means body. Suvarna again means gold. Suvarna Varna Hemanga. He is that Lord whose body is golden in complexion. Who is that? It's not Vishnu. It's not Krishna. It is only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's reference we find even in the Vishnu Sahasranam. Suvarna Varna Hemanga. So here Brahmananda Bharati is saying, if you see the Vishnu Sahasranam Stotra, all the symptoms that are presented there are seen in the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarvabhauma confirmed Brahmananda Bharati is victorious. And Lord Chaitanya said, I accept whatever Brahmananda Bharati has said. The disciple is certainly defeated in an argument with Sri Guru. Brahmananda Bharati argued, this is not the cause of your defeat. You voluntarily accept defeat at the hands of your devotees out of affection. I have seen, I have been meditating on the impersonal Brahman since my birth, but since having seen you, I am feeling Krishna's presence in my mind and want to chant his names. I consider you to be Krishna. Lord Chaitanya replied, you have a deep ecstatic love for Krishna. Therefore, wherever you turn your eyes, you simply heighten your Krishna consciousness. Brahmananda Bharati is explaining that earlier he was meditating on the impersonal Brahman, but seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, only Krishna's name is coming from his mouth. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't say, yes, yes, I am Krishna. He doesn't say that. He said, oh, your Krishna consciousness is so perfect that you are remembering Krishna at all places, at all times. But one point we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't get into any debates. He doesn't get into any arguments with Brahmananda Bharati. Just like we see as to how when Rupa Goswami was challenged, when the Digvijay Pandit came to Sri Vrindavan Dham and wanted to challenge Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami, he said, well, I don't know anything. You are Digvijay, you are so exalted, you are so glorious. I don't know any of these scriptures and shastras. This Digvijay Pandit said, oh, well, then all that you have to do is there is this page of paper and you have to sign your name. And this page of paper is the names of all the personalities who have been defeated by me. So if you agree to defeat, well, sign on this piece of paper. And Rupa Goswami immediately, without hesitation, he signed that I, Rupa Goswami, accept defeat. And then the local Brajavasi said, "Oh, you have defeated Rup Goswami? Then why don't you go to his Gurudev? His Guru Maharaj is still there by the name Sanatan Goswami. Go to his Gurudev and challenge him for a debate." So this Digvijay Pandit, he went to Sripad Sanatan Goswami and he told Sripad Sanatan Goswami, "Well, I want to battle and challenge you for a debate." Sanatan Goswami said, "I don't know anything." In fact, that's how he tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, "Ke ami kene amar jare tapatroy. Yeh nahi jani Prabhu kemono hito hoy." He says, he tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who I am, where am I coming from? I don't know any of these things. Why these threefold miseries are hurting me? Mahaprabhu, I don't know any of these things. Please enlighten me. Ke ami, who am I? Kene amar, jare tapatroy. These three tap, why are they troubling me? Ke ami kene amar jare tapatra iha nahi jani prabhu ke mano hito hoy. He said, I don't know any of these things. Now this Digvijay Pandit is saying, oh, you have to battle me. Sanatan Goswami is saying, Are Baba, I don't know any of these things. Then Digvijay Pandit said, well, sign your name. Sanatan Goswami took the paper and he saw Rupa Goswami's name ahead. He understood. Rupa Goswami doesn't want to get into any of these debates in the land of Vrindavan Dham. Sanatan Goswami also wrote, I, Sanatan Goswami, accept defeat. Guru Maharaj has that quality. That's why Rupa Goswami, the disciple, also has that quality. So both have written that Rupa and Sanatan we have given up. So people said, oh, you defeated Rupa and Sanatan. This seems doubtful. It's not possible. But still, their nephew is here, Jiva Goswami. Why don't you go to Jiva Goswami? So Rupa and Sanatan had a brother by the name Anupam. And Anupam's son is our Jiva Goswami. So they said,
Hare
why don't
Krishna
you go to
Prabhuji,
Jiva?
Dandavat Pranam. Sorry for disturbing.
Yes.
This is Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya Leela or Antya Leela you are preaching right now?
This is Madhya Leela, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji, because I have just started reading Madhya Leela right now.
Hare Krishna. This is
So,
Madhya Leela. Dear devotees, let's keep questions to the end. It just breaks the flow of our discussions. Thank you. This Digvijay Pandit went to Sripad Sanatan Goswami. And then as Sanatan Goswami also gave up, they went to Srila Jiva Goswami. The Brajavasis directed him to Srila Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami, when he heard this, Jiva Goswami said, okay. Because in the land of Vrindavan Dham, if Rupa and Sanatan are not wanting to argue, why will Jiva Goswami even do it? So Jiva Goswami also took the piece of paper to write the name that, well, I, Jiva Goswami, accept defeat. But as he took the piece of paper, he saw the two names before him. One was Sanatan Goswami and one was Srila Rupa Goswami. And he understood, well, Rupa and Sanatan cannot lose to this personality. They are Rupa and Sanatan. One is Rupa Manjari, one is Lavanga Manjari. Dear associates of Srimati Radharani, how can they lose to this Digvijay Pandit? Rupa Goswami is writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He knows the intricacies, the nuances of bhakti. How can he lose to this person? Jiva Goswami understood. They have actually voluntarily written their names. Jiva Goswami has not, or this Digvijay Pandit has not defeated Rupa and Sanatan. Jiva Goswami thought to himself, if I also write my name, this personality will go around telling the whole world that he defeated Rupa and Sanatan. But if I sit down here and get into a debate with him, and if I defeat him, then this piece of paper comes back to me, and I can tear the piece of paper into two halves so that the whole world doesn't get to know that Rupa and Sanatan, out of their humility, had written down their defeat. So, to protect Rupa and Sanatan's glory, our Jiva Goswami gets into a debate, a battle with this Digvijay Pandit. And after 7 days, Srila Jiva Goswami ends up defeating this scholar. And when Rupa Goswami gets to know this, Rupa Goswami says, this Vrindavan Dham is not the place for all this. Vrindavan Dham is the place for bhajan. And I've already told you this in the past. Why? Because Jiva Goswami in the past also, when Vallabhacharya had come, something like this had happened. Rupa Goswami was writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu when Vallabhacharya saw that and he offered his feedback to Rupa Goswami, and Rupa Goswami accepted. But our Jiva Goswami went on to correct Vallabhacharya. And Rupa Goswami said at that time itself that I myself, I am writing it. I myself, I'm not saying anything. Why are you commenting? Jiva Goswami said, okay, I will not do it. Next time, now the Digvijay Pandit comes, and Jiva Goswami again does this. And Rupa Goswami says, I already told you in the past that Vrindavan is not the place for all this. Out. Leave Vrindavan Dham. In the land of Vrindavan, you're debating and arguing. Please leave the land of Sri Vrindavan Dham. And Jiva Goswami, taking the instructions of his Guru Maharaj Rupa Goswami, left the land of Sri Vrindavan Dham and was living outskirts. And no one knew where Jiva Goswami was. They were looking around and they didn't find him in the land of Vrindavan Dham. When Sanatan Goswami was doing parikrama, as he was doing parikrama, one time the local villagers, they said, oh, in this cave, there is one very exalted Baba sitting. This Baba does bhajan, very intense bhajan. So Sanatan Goswami said, Acha, I also want to meet this Baba. And he went inside and said, oh, this is my Jiva. This is my Jiva Goswami. But what are you doing here? Why are you not in Vrindavan Dham? He said, no, actually my Gurudev Srila Rupa Goswami, he thinks I am not qualified to live in Vrindavan Dham. And if he thinks I'm not qualified, then I should not be living. So by his instructions, I have left the land of Vrindavan Dham and I'm living in the outskirts. Sanatan Goswami came back to Rupa Goswami and he asked Rupa Goswami, my dear Rupa, what are the teachings of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu? Hmm? So he said, Name Ruchi, attachment to the holy name, the glories of holy name is the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sanatan Goswami he said, yes. But what are the other teachings? He said, well, Jive Daya, compassion to all living entities. Sanatan Goswami said, you are saying Jive Daya, but what about our Jiva? When will you show Daya to our Jiva? You are saying showing compassion to all the Jivas, but हमारे जीवा का क्या होगा? When will you show compassion? When will you show Daya to our Jiva? Rupa Goswami said, what do you mean? Sanatan Goswami said, he's sitting outside in some cave because you asked him to go leave the land of Vrindavan Dham. Get him back. He deserves a place in Vrindavan Dham. And taking the instructions of Sanatan Goswami, who was Rupa Goswami's Gurudev, Rupa Goswami asked his disciple, Jiva Goswami, to again come back to the land of Vrindavan Dham, teaching the principle that Vrindavan is not meant for debates and arguments and all those things. Vrindavan is the land of heart. In Vrindavan, Krishna likes simple people. The Brajavasis are simple. They're not into debates and any of those things. So Rupa Goswami, through Jiva Goswami, teaches this principle. And here also we find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not getting into any debate with Brahmananda Bharati. In Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu, yes, Mahaprabhu as Nimai Pandit would do it, but that's when he was small. He battled Keshav Kashmiri. But now, as a sannyasi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not getting into any debates in the land of Jagannath Puri with Brahmananda Bharati. So this land of Vrindavan is such. Not just Vrindavan, but Vrindavan, Navadvip, Jagannath Puri. It's the land of heart. It's the place where we offer our heart to Radha and Krishna. Many times we find in the land of Vrindavan Dham, people, the first place they go is Gopeshwar Mahadev. While at the same time, many devotees, the first place they go is Dwadasha Aditya Til, that is Madan Mohan Temple. Many devotees, the first place that they go is Madan Mohan Temple. Why? Because behind Madan Mohan is the place called as Dwadasha Aditya Til. Why is it called Dwadasha Aditya Til? Because after the Kaliya pastime was done, we find that Krishna was feeling very cold. In fact, not Krishna was not feeling cold, but Mother Yashoda felt that Krishna is feeling cold. So Krishna, after dancing on the hoods of Kaliya, and when he came out, Mother Yashoda forgot everything, and she takes a towel and starts wrapping it around Krishna and starts, drying him. And Krishna is thinking, what love is this of Mother Yashoda? I just dance in the hoods of Kaliya, and she's forgotten everything, and she's thinking, "Arey nahi, bacche ko thandi lag rahi hogi." And she puts a cloth around me, and she starts rubbing me and starts drying me. So at that time, Krishna he goes behind this temple of Madan Mohan, the present day behind the temple of Madan Mohan, and he looks at the Surya Dev, he looks at sun god, and the sun god understands what Krishna is wanting to convey. So the sun god, Surya Dev, expands himself into 12 suns in the horizon. Why? To dry Krishna off. Krishna is wet. To dry Krishna off, one sun becomes 12 suns. So that place where one sun became 12 suns is called as Dwadasha Aditya Til. Dwadasha, Dasha means 10, Dwadasha means 12. Aditya is one name of sun, Surya Dev. And Til means the place. Dwadasha Aditya Til, that place where the sun became 12 suns to dry Krishna off after Kaliya passed. So why do people many times start their Vrindavan Yatra from Dwadasha Aditya Til? Because to show the point that just like here in the land of Vrindavan, the sun became 12 times, it increased. Similarly, in the land of Vrindavan Dham, our bhajan, our commitment, our attachment to Krishna should also increase by 12 times. Here in the land of Vrindavan, we should not be stagnant or we should not be lethargic, but our chanting, our bhajan, our seva, our commitment should all increase 12 times, just like Surya Dev expanded and increased himself by 12 times to serve Krishna and to protect Krishna. So in the land of Vrindavan, we find even Surya Dev teaches us so many lessons. And this is why many times devotees start their Braj Mandal Parikrama from Dwadashadithil, which is basically the backside of Radha Madan Mohan temple. So here Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is not getting into any debates with Brahmananda Bharati. Sarvabhauma reconciled. The statements of both of you are correct. Without having extended love for Krishna, one cannot see him directly. So through the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Brahmananda Bharati has acquired direct vision of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya protested, "Oh Vishnu, save me." As we have seen earlier also, Prabhu kahe Vishnu, Vishnu, iha na kahivo. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is calling out to Vishnu, 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 please save me. Such glorification is simply another form of blasphemy. Since then, Brahmananda Bharati remained with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Later, Ramabhadra Acharya, Bhagavan Acharya, and Kashishwar Gosai, now the names have come, also came to Jagannath Puri to associate with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As all the rivers flow into the sea, devotees throughout the country came to the shelter of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like the sea, the devotees are like the small rivers, and all the rivers flow into the sea. Likewise, all the devotees have flown into the sea called Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, which means they've come to Jagannath Puri to associate with Śrī Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so kind that as he's there in Jagannath Puri, from the age of 30 to 36, he is there in Jagannath Puri, but he travels around in Jagannath Puri and he meets different devotees. But from the age of 36 to 48, the last 12 years, Mahaprabhu is there in Jagannath Puri, but he doesn't meet anyone. He's in complete isolation. So all this meeting and talking with different devotees happens in Jagannath Puri between the age of 30 and 36. But after that, Mahaprabhu is there in Puri, but doesn't meet anyone. He's only there with Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami, and Govinda as his personal servant. Having said this, dear devotees, we humbly want to stop here. Thank you so much for joining and being a part of the discussion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meeting Brahmananda Bharati and Mahaprabhu's principles that he outlines through his interaction with Brahmananda Bharati. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.